The market is at a crossroads, and where it goes next has big implications across asset classes. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. Here is your complete global indices roundup for July 1st. The market is lacking a clear catalyst today, leading to choppy, two-way price action. Let us go region by region across the major global indices. Starting with the Americas session. S&P 500 is trading higher by plus 0.79%, at $7,499.36. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500, NASDAQ register best quarter since 2020 despite Iran war. NASDAQ 100 climbed plus 1.68% to $30,276. Investor sentiment is being shaped by TSMC versus Nvidia. Which RE semiconductor stock should you buy in July? Yahoo Finance Australia. Dow Jones is trading higher by plus 0.26%, at $52,319. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500, NASDAQ close lower on tech weakness but recover after hours on strong Micron earnings, Moo, Avgo, Google in focus StockTwits. Starting with the Europe session. DAX is trading higher by plus 0.34%, at $25,081. This comes as S&P 500, NASDAQ register best quarter since 2020 despite Iran war, adding pressure to energy markets. FTSE 100 is trading lower by minus 0.23%, at $10,472. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, Rumble's Bitcoin by What's Moving Markets. Starting with the Asia session. Nikkei 225 edged higher plus 0.59% to $70,475. The move in the dollar reflects reports that gold's safe haven status is fading. Oil, the Fed and the dollar are driving the decline, moneycontrol.com. Hang Seng dipped minus 0.63% to $22,881. The move follows reports that BHP, ASX, BHPY base metal dollar squeeze has traders watching closely, Calkine Media. KOSPI is down minus 2.04%, trading at $8,303.41. Investor sentiment is being shaped by TSMC versus Nvidia. Which RE semiconductor stock should you buy in July? Yahoo Finance Australia. Nifty 50 is trading higher by plus 0.51%, at $23,988. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500, NASDAQ register best quarter since 2020 despite Iran war. Sensex is trading higher by plus 0.62%, at $76,952. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500, NASDAQ register best quarter since 2020 despite Iran war. ASX 200 is trading lower by minus 0.64%, at $8,722.90. The move follows reports that BHP, ASX, BHPY base metal dollar squeeze has traders watching closely, Calkine Media. Now, a look at some of India's most active stocks in the news today. Bajaj Finance is trading higher by plus 0.92%, at 1,014 Indian rupees. AUM growth guidance and credit cost assumptions are the two numbers that drive the stock. Any upgrade to AUM guidance signals demand confidence. Any deterioration in 90-plus day delinquencies is the early warning. The cross-sell ratio, products per customer, is the moat metric to track. Reliance edged higher plus 0.97% to 1,306.50 Indian rupees. Jio's 5G ARPU growth is the near-term catalyst as users migrate to higher value plans. The revenue per subscriber inflects upward. The retail segment is the largest in India and growing steadily. Watch for any update on the new energy gigafactory ramp, which represents the decade-long upside but requires patience. TCS dropped sharply minus 2.45% to 1,981.80 Indian rupees. The 26 to 28% EBIT margin band has been consistently delivered. The market wants to see whether AI-driven productivity allows margin expansion beyond the upper end of that range. Attrition stabilization is a positive signal on demand confidence. AI services deal conversions are the emerging growth driver. Now let us look at what is driving these moves at the macro level. Geopolitical risks remain elevated. This comes as S&P 500, NASDAQ register best quarter since 2020 despite Iran war, adding pressure to energy markets. This is keeping traders cautious and supporting flows into defensive assets. The key macro overlay remains monetary policy. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Any surprise in the rate path could trigger outsized moves. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500, NASDAQ close lower on tech weakness but recover after hours on strong Micron earnings, Moo, Avgo, Google in focus, StockTwits. And looking at how some of the biggest global names are trading today. Samsung made a dramatic move today, plunged -5.84% to $314,500. The HBM supply competition with SK Hynix is the defining story. Samsung needs to close the yield gap to win hyperscaler HBM contracts. Consumer DRAM pricing is recovering as inventory normalizes. Watch for any Nvidia or Google qualification update on Samsung HBM. ASML surged plus 5.65% to $1,989.44 in a significant session. The EUV monopoly is one of the strongest competitive moats in all of technology. AI chip demand for the most advanced nodes directly benefits ASML without the execution risk of being a chip maker. Watch for any update on the 2026 to 2027 capacity shipment schedule. TSMC made a dramatic move today, surged plus 4.94% to $477.57. N2 node ramp is the most important near-term catalyst. Demand from Apple, Nvidia, and AMD exceeds current capacity. The geopolitical Taiwan risk is the permanent discount the stock will carry, but the fundamental earnings power is exceptional. Arizona fab progress and U.S. CHIPS Act subsidy clarity are the structural positives. Let us give you our near-term view on the Kospi. After today's weakness, the $8,054.31 area is the first meaningful support level to watch for Kospi. A stabilization there would be the first sign that sellers are losing conviction. This is our analytical view, not investment advice. To summarize, 8 indices in the green, 5 in the red today. Risk-on conditions dominate the global equity landscape. Here is your market watchlist heading into the next session. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. Thousands of investors rely on our daily briefings to cut through the noise. If you are finding value here, please like this video and subscribe. It directly helps us keep producing this content every day. Leave a comment with your market view. We feature the sharpest takes in future videos. That is all from MTRS_Market Pulse for today. All analysis is for informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Always consult a qualified financial advisor. Trade safe, and we will see you in the next one. That is your global indices roundup from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe for daily updates across every major market.